The United States may have just reshaped the strategic landscape of West Asia. Washington's civilian nuclear agreement with Saudi Arabia is being projected as an energy partnership. But across the region, it is also raising far bigger questions. Is this a step towards stability or the start of a new nuclear race? We'll take a look.
Iran is being bombarded for the past 5 months. The US says it can never allow Iran to have a nuclear program. But Washington is now making a nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia. What is being presented as a civilian nuclear agreement could end up redrawing the strategic map of West Asia. Right now, in the region, there is only one nuclear power. Israel has 90 nuclear bombs as per the latest report of SIPRI. Though officially, Israel has never accepted having a nuclear weapon. Now the US has signed a civilian nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia aimed at helping the kingdom develop nuclear energy as part of its long-term economic diversification plans. But the announcement has triggered immediate concerns in Israel. Israeli political leaders warn that the agreement could bring Saudi Arabia closer to developing a nuclear weapons capability if the right safeguards are not in place. Donald Trump attempted to calm those fears. The US president claimed the deal would bar Saudi Arabia from enriching uranium and would require Riyadh to normalize relations with Israel. Israel welcomed that statement, calling it a boost for the Abraham Accords.
We didn't talk about it, but it was always understood, and Chris knew, and Saudi Arabia knew, that if they didn't join the Abraham Accords, the deal's not, I'm not going to do the deal.
So then why did you sign it?
Senator John...
Because they understood that in order, subject to Congress and everything else, in order for that deal to go through, they had to sign into the Abraham Accords.
But there is a problem. Neither the official US announcement nor Saudi Arabia's statement mentioned either uranium enrichment restrictions or normalization with Israel. And so far, Riyadh has not publicly endorsed Trump's claims. In fact, Saudi Arabia has repeatedly stated that normalization with Israel remains unlikely without meaningful progress towards a Palestinian state.
A new agreement on nuclear energy between the United States of America and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is a breakthrough agreement on nuclear power. From the Israeli point of view, it affects the arms race, the nuclear arms race in the Middle East. It creates precedents about proliferation of, or possibly proliferation of nuclear capabilities, and also set some precedents about inspection and monitoring. Depends on the actual details of the agreement.
Since the Gaza war, the political cost of recognizing Israel has risen sharply for the Saudi leadership. That makes any link between the nuclear deal and diplomatic recognition highly uncertain. For Washington, the strategic calculation is clear. The US does not want Saudi Arabia to turn to China or Russia to build its nuclear program. Keeping Riyadh within the American security architecture is seen as a key geopolitical objective. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has previously said that if Iran acquires a nuclear weapon, the kingdom would move quickly to develop one as well. After the recent US-Israel conflict with Iran, those security concerns have only intensified. And there are questions over the extent of the International Atomic Energy Agency oversight. If those concerns persist, Iran could demand similar terms in any future nuclear negotiations with Washington. That is why this agreement is about far more than civilian nuclear energy. If Saudi Arabia and Iran move closer to nuclear capability, other regional powers, including Turkey and Egypt, could face pressure to follow.